Good afternoon, everybody. Chief Meteorologist Brad Panovich here. Update on the severe weather heading our way. We have a severe thunderstorm watch for all the counties shaded in yellow right now until 7 p.m. But remember, anywhere in and around these counties, you can see severe weather, and we're likely going to see a new watch issued here shortly. Storm Prediction Center monitoring this area in orange, which does include areas north and northeast of Charlotte, for about a 60% chance of a new watch being issued. So we might see this extended into the late evening hours. The first batch of storms just arriving now, but this first batch is not the one we're most concerned about. It's going to be that second batch of storms back in northeast Georgia. So here's a look at the potential. Winds are a primary concern. Tornado risk, it's not zero, but it has come down quite a bit from yesterday. But damaging straight line winds will be our primary concern as both waves of rain move through. So you see that first batch there? This is the primary one, just about to cross over the Savannah River Valley and head into parts of upstate of South Carolina. We are seeing some thunderstorms here, some cloud to ground lightning already associated with this line, so you're going to want to stay indoors until this line passes. These lines are moving very quickly. The fact that they're moving around 45 to 55 miles per hour should tell you at the very least that's the type of winds you could get out of these storms. So this one's racing across the area right now. Here's the timeline as it pushes into the Piedmont from Matthews around 325, Mid-Hill around 330, closer to Salisbury around about 10 to the top of the hour. Very heavy rain. We'll take the rainfall. We don't want the severe weather. So this first batch, the tamer of the two line of storms, that one's moving through. But look at this next batch. You see these huge warnings. These are severe thunderstorm warnings. We call them polygons because they take up parts of certain counties. But the fact that they're so big tells you this is a fast moving system because you got to make them long enough that they're going to keep up with these storms. But this is the band we're most concerned about. And that's going to arrive in the Charlotte area probably closer to around 4 or 5 o'clock. So we put a timeline on that. And just to give you a rough idea, again, don't take these times to be precise, just give them a general 5 to 10 minutes plus or minus on them. Gaffney around 4 o'clock, Shelby 4:08, Columbia down in South Carolina around 4:30, but Rock Hill 4:35, and the Charlotte timeline has moved up just a little bit. Last time I tracked this, it was closer to 5 o'clock. Now we're talking it's something closer to 4:51. Concord 5:12, Salisbury around 5:26, Albemarle around 5:35. So this is flying off to the north and east pretty quickly. And our futurecast shows the first batch right there, the second batch coming in on its heels right there. So crossing over I-77 closer to maybe 5, 6 o'clock. So that kind of lines up almost exactly with our storm track. These will be in and out quickly. Once we get to about 7 or 8 o'clock, all of this should be pushing off to the east. Of course, we're going to have updates throughout the afternoon. And of course, we're going to be streaming all evening long on WCNC Plus. Make sure you head over there right now and get on there and watch the updates as we go through the next hour or so. All right, hello everybody, and tuning in to WCNC Plus online, on air, wherever you're watching us right now. You're getting an update on the severe storms. We just did a cut in on our over-the-air signal, but here online we're tracking possibly a new watch that's going to be issued. Now, Storm Prediction Center puts out these watches with collaboration of the local National Weather Service offices, and sometimes they'll give you a heads up, and we call these mesoscale discussions, but the potential here, about a 60% chance of a new severe thunderstorm watch being issued for areas north and east of Charlotte. That's basically north and east of the current watch, which goes till 7 o'clock tonight. So the potential is we're going to see an additional watch issued for these areas. Let me show you that watch real quickly. I'll kind of lean over to the computer here, and we'll show you the watch which is currently in effect. This is the yellow area. All this is a severe thunderstorm watch until 7 p.m. And I'll be honest with you, this line's moving so quickly, it might be past most of these counties by the time we get to 7 o'clock. That's always the worry about these fast-moving systems. That's the potential watch which will be issued. You see the first batch, but here comes the second batch, and this is the primary concern as we go through the evening hours. You see our risk for severe storms? The area in red, that is our primary concern. That is our higher risk of seeing severe storms. Yellow and orange back to the low and medium risk. So again, this is going to be with us through the evening hours, but we're not quite done this week. It's going to be an active week of severe storms. Look at by the middle of the week, there could be another huge severe weather outbreak in the middle of the country. We'll have to watch some of that heading our way as we go into Wednesday and Thursday. Our primary concern tonight, though, straight line line winds. Remember, wind is wind. I think folks get caught up in tornado versus straight line. If you get 60, 70 mile per hour winds like we're expecting with these storms, it will cause damage, whether it's moving straight or it's rotational. That will damage power lines, shingles, roofs, windows, anything like that. So wind and tornadoes should probably be taken about the same because they both cause damage. Hail threat is about the same as tornadoes. So the storms that we're worried about for tornadic rotation, those would also be the ones that could produce some hail. But overall, the hail risk is not what I would consider very high with this setup. And obviously, because of the drought, we don't have much of a flash flood risk. Let me show you the floor panel here. It shows you all of our risks. Our severe weather risk is in the upper left-hand corner there. Higher risk there. The damaging wind risk is 30%. So that means there's a 30% chance of a 58 mile per hour wind or higher gust within 25 miles of any point on the map. Tornado risk, same thing, a 2% in the yellow, 5% there in the orange. That means within 25 miles of any point on the map. And I know those numbers always seem low, but remember, the chance of seeing a tornado on any given day is 0. So 2 to 5% is a huge increase over a normal day. And then notice the hail risk is only 5%. So that's why the hail risk overall is relatively low. Wind is our #1 concern right now with this system as it moves our way. And again,